1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody, how's everybody doing this morning?
Bye-bye.
Good morning. Having some computer fun over here this morning. All right, let's start off with prayer and the Shema and the Ten Commandments. Let's start off with, let's see here. Let's see who we should start off with. Victoria. Victoria's going to pray. Victoria's going to do the Shema. Victoria's going to do the Ten Commandments.
Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for giving us another day of life. Thank you for giving us food, shelter, and some clothes, and everything that we need. And please let us have a wonderful day today, and let us get to learn something new every single day. In Yeshua's name, amen. Shema Israel, Yehovah Eloheinu, Yehovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malkuto, Leolam Vaed. Hear Israel, the Lord our God is one God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Do not have any gods before me, or idols. Do not use the Lord's name in vain. Keep the Shabbat holy. Honor your mother and father. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie, and do not covet.
Amen. Everybody give Victoria the big triple fingers, triple, quadruple fingers. La, 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 la. All righty, Wesley Webbits. We're moving on in our study today. Who wants to read this morning? Allie Mae, your turn. Verse 14 and 15. Mode 10, verse 14 and 15.
The locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and settled throughout Egypt's territory. It was an invasion more severe than there had ever been before or will ever be again. They completely covered the ground so that the ground looked black. They ate every plant growing from the ground and all the fruit of the trees left by the hail. Not one green thing remained, not a tree, not a plant in the field in all the land of Egypt.
All right, thank you very much, Allie Mae. Okay, now we're going to make sure that we all understand the words. Okay. Yeshua, what does the word invasion mean? Invasion. I-N-V-A-S-I-O-N. I-N-V-A-S-I-O-N. Invasion.
When they started to take over the whole country, like they had to they take over the country like revenge, like sort of revenge that they fight and they steal and they take ladies and they fight and they put their flags, they get mad, they steal money and that's it.
That was very good, Yeshua. Very good. Very good. All right, Kevin, what's an invasion? What did Yeshua say? Kevin.
To take over
Take over what?
piece of land.
Take over a piece of land. How does that happen? Whether they buy it, what do they do?
War.
Okay, very good, Kevin. Very good. Yadiel, what is an invasion, Yadiel? What is an invasion?
What'd you say?
What is an invasion?
Invasion? Invade. Like something, like someone's taking over a land?
Sí, claro.
Someone that's taking over a land?
How do they do that, Yadiel?
Like they're taking something?
How do they take it? Do they buy it? Do
No.
they freeze it over with their ray gun?
Freeze it over?
It's a joke. How do they invade?
Like they steal it. Or they do it and take over it.
But how? What do they do?
What do they do? Do they put magic glue on it? What?
No. They like if there's something there that they don't want, they take it out or something. Like if there's people there, like they become slaves and stuff.
It's people. We did. Go. Go.
Where'd you go, Yadiel?
1 second. Like if there's people there, they like become slaves.
Okay. So how do they become slaves? Like what do the invading people do?
Invading people like they take over. They take over, steal whatever's there. Like invading people, like invading your privacy.
All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see, lab.
Invasion means like the like
Like
wait,
there was a gigantic sandwich that you were trying to bite into.
I don't know. Like let's say there's an army and like they don't just knock on like this they don't knock on the city's door.
The city has a door?
Well,
Where's the door to your city?
in those times people they had gates for their territories. So basically they wouldn't come for an invitation. They would like come without asking and like they would break the door open and start attacking, like barging in,
That's an invasion? Barging
and
in?
taking over in a land that's not theirs.
All right. All right. So we got some good answers. Yeshua started out with a good answer. And they take over the land. They do that now. The locusts went up all over the land of Egypt and settled throughout Egypt's territory. It was an invasion more severe than it had ever been before. Will ever be again. Settled. What do you mean? What does the Lord mean? Went up all over the land and settled throughout Egypt's territory. Number three. Riet, what does it mean to settle somewhere?
It means to
like if people are traveling somewhere far, then they could find a place to settle, or and it means like maybe they could like set pitch tents like there and stay there for the night.
That's what the locusts there did. They pitched a tent and stayed there for the night.
Oh, for them it's like they stayed there.
So explain a little bit more about settling.
Well, sometimes you could settle down, like relax.
So
Some
the locusts got there and put their arms up in the air and said, "Yeah, we're gonna stay here a while. We're gonna put up a hammock and take a little piece of leaf." And
yes, I
that's what
guess
the locusts did.
kind of. Well, uh, I guess in this case it seems like they settled as in like they went to they went on the ground. Like
Okay, what do you think, Marley? What does it mean? They settled throughout Egypt's territory. That they rented a room. Like a bunch of locust brothers. Seven locust brothers rented a room somewhere.
uh
More like 21 Locust Brothers.
Why 21?
They lay a lot of eggs.
Oh, okay. So, okay, so what are they doing by settling there? What does it mean they settled there?
They relax from flying. Because by the picture, you can see that they're flying. And they're just sitting down to relax. That's what I think.
Okay. All right, pretty good answer. Adrian, what does it mean to settle somewhere?
Well, what it means to settle somewhere is you're gonna stay a while. Just in this case, it's with the malicious intent of ruining the lives of every single Egyptian there is.
Oh, so it's like a motorcycle gang.
Yeah, except it's literally the entire world. A whole
But
bunch of locusts.
isn't it good to settle down? It's good for business. They'll be buying groceries. You're going to the restaurant.
Mm. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of locusts. They're gonna eat everything. You've probably got millions of them there. There's probably 2 locusts for every Egyptian.
Well, isn't that good for business?
It's terrible for business because you're gonna run out of food. You're
Yeah,
gonna
well,
run.
it's good when you sell out of things.
Yeah, but you're selling them the plants for free. That's the problem.
Oh, that's not good, huh?
Yeah, that and the fact that they've basically just made Egypt a barren landscape.
Okay. All right, Victoria, what does it mean to settle? They settle throughout the Egypt's territory. What are they doing?
Well, they're like getting comfortable there, and they're like taking over everything because for them it's now their new home and they want it all to themselves, I guess.
Well, it doesn't say they kicked anybody out. They just came.
Yeah,
Invaded.
but like just them being there, everyone wants to get away.
Why are locusts slimy?
No, they're gross.
They're gross? What do you mean they're gross? Maybe they think you're gross looking.
um, they're I don't know, they're just creepy.
They're looking at you and they say, like, Victoria's got no wings. He's, he's like gross.
Um,
Victoria's only got 2 arms and 2 legs. You know,
but there's just like a million of them, and it makes it just so like, I think if I was there and I saw like a bunch of locusts, I would be so scared, honestly, and I would like get away.
Why would you be afraid of a little locust that's like only like this big?
That's, well, I mean, I'm scared of spiders. I'm scared of like insects. It actually depends on my mood. If I'm actually in a mood to like not be scared, and I can, it's weird. I'm weird. I just can like change my mood and be like, oh, let me touch this worm, or I would be disgusted by it and run away.
But sometimes you're more acting like a boy and want to play with a worm, and sometimes you're being more girlish and like, ew, bugs, ew, bugs.
Well, like a scientist or something.
Okay. So you'd be afraid of all these locusts throughout Egypt? You'd run away from them because they're
Yes.
might land in your hair or something?
That I would definitely be afraid of. I wouldn't be a scientist there.
If something landed like a spider landed in your hair, you'd freak out.
Yes.
Okay, you better watch out the one behind you right now. One crawling on the ceiling above your head. Adrian's got his hand up. Adrian's got his hand up, and then number 3 and number 2.
Something I forgot to say is that, I mean, locusts are kosher, so frankly, the Egyptians are just now forced to eat kosher. Just forced to eat the army of locusts that put this upon them.
You're right. They are kosher, and they have
Yeah.
a lot of protein and a lot of zinc in them.
Yeah. Imagine if the Egyptians, they were so hungry that they just ended up eating all the locusts because they were starving otherwise.
Oh, I mean, look at the picture, Adrian. That's like billions of locusts. You could just catch them, put them on a stick and roast them over an open fire, and good.
Although you'd still just, when you first grab a couple, you just see the legs and be a little scared. Just,
What are you scared about? Somebody breakdancing?
I mean, just all the legs just, it's wriggling, basically, just with its legs. Still
Oh, once
cute,
you
I
put that
guess.
over an open fire, it'll stop wiggling.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3 and number 2 had their hand up.
So it's I saw a bunch of locusts in like when we went in our vacation around our vacation house, like outside, thankfully. And there were like a couple
Locust or cicada?
locusts.
Were you in New Jersey? You saw this?
Yeah, I saw them like no, we weren't really in New Jersey. We were in like Pennsylvania.
Because we don't really normally have locusts. We have cicadas, which are like locusts, but they're a little bit different.
Yeah. They had pretty wings. Yeah, we thought they were butterflies at first for some reason, and
That
then
was a cicada.
okay.
No, they weren't. They looked like locusts. They were definitely.
Can't hear you, Marley.
They had a long body, not this round like body, like a fly. Long body like not cicada, sorry, locust.
Okay, so Marley, why do you think the Lord sent locusts now? What do you think the purpose of this invading force of locusts?
Locusts normally don't show up there, I think.
They're in the Middle East right now, and in China and in Asia.
I don't
Lord
know
sent
where.
like 1 billion locusts.
I didn't know about 1 billion locusts.
Yep, that's what he sent. You see the pictures, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Why do you think the Lord sent in Egypt? Why do you think he sent locusts? Why didn't he send butterflies?
Butterflies do no harm. They don't eat plants like locusts do. They cause famine.
What about when they're caterpillars, right? Don't they eat up where they become a butterfly, they're a caterpillar?
Yes, but to me they're just adorable.
So you just don't like the color of the locust?
No, it's just that they bite.
They bite? Doesn't say they bit humans, they eat trees and leaves and everything green.
To defend themselves.
Number 3.
One time, there was a grasshopper on my hand, and you see, I didn't do anything to it, and then it like opened its mouth and like leaned in for my pinky, and its mouth was like one of those like straw holders in cups, like cup lids.
Okay. And maybe you thought it was a flower or something.
Maybe like those hand-looking plants.
Maybe he thought, you would be sweet to eat.
Maybe,
Maybe he needed glasses.
yeah. Or
Okay. Back to the scripture. Okay, back to the scripture of why do you think the Lord was sending? He said in verse 15, they completely covered the ground so that the ground looked black. Now, why do you think the ground was looking black, Michael? Michael, why do you think the ground was looking black?
The locusts ate everything.
So they pooped all over the ground?
No,
So why was the ground black?
it was filled.
Filled with what? Hippopotamuses? I thought
No,
they were gray. Why is the ground black, Mike?
it was filled with locusts.
Oh, I thought locusts were yellow. Ones I saw in the pictures from Africa recently, they're yellow, green. What do you think, Jeanette? Michael's stumped. You did pretty good, Mike. Jeanette, what do you think? Well, why is the ground, said completely covered the ground so that the ground looked black? Why is the ground looking black, Jeanette?
Cause maybe there was so much locust and they needed a place to rest.
Do you think that there's a tremendous amount of locusts?
Yes.
Why did the Lord send that many?
To eat all the Egyptians' food, and every plague it goes against a god from the Egyptians.
Okay, so the Lord's going to send all these locusts that represent another god.
Yes.
Why? What's the reasoning behind that, Jeanette?
To show that that he's more powerful than those gods that the Egyptians praise.
Wait, I don't understand. One of their gods is like a locust, and then our God sends a whole bunch of things that represent one of their gods.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing?
Yes, because he's showing that he's more powerful.
How?
By going against that God.
But he just brought millions of that God to the land.
That God can't stop it from happening.
Okay, that's interesting. Jeanette, we're getting there. It's a good discussion so far. Allie Mae doesn't have her Ninja Turtle blanket this morning. Got camouflage. We can't see Allie Mae except for her head. Look, she's a floating head. Okay, so Allie Mae, why does the Lord send like a bajillion locusts?
Well, they send a lot of locusts to attack their land to eat all their food because if the locusts eat all their food, the god that they worship, the one of the locusts, it'd be like that god is attacking them.
So wouldn't they want to please that God?
Yeah.
Like the god Squigglebot is mad. The god Squidward is mad. How do we appease Squidward?
I don't know. That god is very hard to repeat.
Okay. All right. So Mia, what do you think? I mean, he sent all these locusts. Like we got to try to. Okay, so it's a god of Egypt. Jeanette is right. It's a god of Egypt. But then our God sends like a bajillion of their gods, and they're like, hey, it's the god Squidward.
I guess you could say that yes, the Lord's passing judgment on the gods of Egypt with every single plague. But also at the same time, the Egyptians don't have food, but the Lord is sending food over, locusts. So they'll be eating locusts for a while until food grows up again.
Yeah, you can have locusts.
Go ahead.
Locusts for breakfast, locusts for lunch, locusts for dinner.
Yeah, locusts. Take the fly zapper out. Dinner.
And there you go. So you didn't have to go food shopping.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure by the time their fruit came up, people were tired of locusts. It probably does add crunch to meals, though.
So why do you think the Lord is sending all these locusts?
He's passing judgment on their gods, on the gods pertaining like the crops, the animals,
Well,
and also he's saying a blessing for the wicked at the same time.
This is an interesting dilemma because this is a God. So let's think of this for a minute, guys. You're a locust God worshiper. Okay, you're a locust God worshiper. All bow down to the God locust. Wah, 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 wah. And now you see a bajillion of that locust God. You're like, yes, it's the locust God. So wouldn't that make you want to worship that locust God? Like he's sending a bajillion gods? What do you think, Junior? Unmute yourself. What do you think? Would that confuse you?
Yes, if in a point of view, if I was an Egyptian, yeah. But at the same time, I think it would be like, you know, if you're believing in this locust god, and then out of nowhere, this locust god just starts attacking your food and eating all your food. I feel like in that point of view of Egyptian, I feel like they'll be like, well, why are they doing this? We didn't do anything wrong. And they'll try to feel like this locust god is, like turning on us.
So wouldn't you want to try to please the locust God if you think he's turning on you?
Yeah, but I mean, they've already gone through a whole bunch of plagues, and now this, and then, it's like, wouldn't the locust god try to help them instead of attack them more?
Well, maybe you don't worship those other gods, you worship the locust god, and it's like, I think maybe it might be confusing, huh?
Yeah, it would be confusing, and stop muting. Yeah, and then from there, like, um, it's them taking away all their food and not knowing what to do. It puts them in a position of, you know, like, helplessness. Like, we're not gonna make it out of here.
Okay, but okay. So it's a thing of hopelessness. Not gonna make it out of here. Okay. Mia's waving her hand.
Okay, so the thing about the locusts, it's like, okay, so the god pertains to like the grain, or as you look down here, the grain god, the goddess of crops and the guardian of the fields. The people pray to those gods, right?
Right.
So they pray to them, but then see they're praying to their gods, right? And like those gods are supposed to protect the crops, but then it happens otherwise that the locusts all come in and start eating the crops. Now you see already the crops are destroyed by hail, and the locusts are eating the crops. So as one of those worshippers, like if I were one of them, I would start doubting. Like, are you really alive? What's going on? You on vacation? Or using the bathroom? What are you doing, locust god?
Well, let's look at that for a second, Mia. Didn't later on didn't one of the people of the Bible had to pray for 21 days? Wasn't it Daniel who prayed for 21 days?
Yeah, I think so.
What he could have been saying to our God, what are you in the bathroom?
That Eliyahu was the one who mocked the Baal worshippers, saying if their god was in the bathroom, or on vacation, or sleeping. But also remember, it may happen with the Lord too that the Lord doesn't respond immediately. But that does not mean that he went to sleep or something. It's just that maybe it's not the right time to give whatever you're asking right now. Maybe he wants you to wait because the Lord always has something to do. But also he always has time for us. So he will make us wait sometimes.
Okay, well that's a good point to bring up, Mia. He may make us wait for a while. Okay, because we're trying to put our ourselves in the Egyptians' place because they're praying to all these fake gods. Now, the God that's supposed to be protecting the crops is letting all the locusts in, and you're like, so you might want to give an offering to that God. I mean, you're crunching your the locusts are between your toes. They're flying. And if you got long hair, imagine a bunch of locusts me landing in your hair. Would that freak you out?
It would, not unless I have it pulled back. I have it all, I guess you'd say, pinned up right now.
Okay, but still they're going to be landing in that like it's a tree branch. Okay, let's say you have a ponytail or a little bun, and let's get a little rat tail, huh?
That's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing a bun for my hair.
But they're going to land in the bun.
I'd have to shake my head more often than usual.
They hold on like they're holding onto a tree. Doesn't that freak you out?
Yeah, because I'd be hearing buzzing behind my ears.
You're hearing.
Flies, I haven't really seen grasshoppers. I'm alright with flies.
I've seen baby grasshoppers.
Okay, so the reason we're talking about this, everybody, I'm going to go around the table again in a moment. Okay, the locusts went up all over the land of Egypt and settled throughout Egypt's territory. It was an invasion more severe than there had ever been before and will ever be again. So we see from verse 14, they had this invasion, at least, they had something like this that happened before. So it's not the first time this has happened. But now it's a severe invasion. Okay? Then in verse 15, it said they completely covered the ground, so the ground looked black. That means they were everywhere. So the ground is looking black. Okay? That means there's thousands and millions of them. So it's not like it was before where there were some, but now the ground looks black. So every time you step, crunch, crunch, crunch. And imagine if you didn't even have sandals on, so they're crunching you, and then they're in between your toes, and you're like, ew, you got locust guts on your feet. And they ate every plant growing from the ground and all the fruit of the trees left by the hail. So, this follows the hail plague. So maybe some of the trees still had fruit on them. Now the locust is like, yes, oranges, yes, pears, yes, mangoes and bananas you can pick right off the tree. Nah. Okay. But now the locust is leaving everything left. Not one green thing remained. All the broccoli was gone. Too bad. Okay. All the celery is gone. Oh no. All the cucumbers are gone. Oh no. All the peas are gone. Oh no. Everything green, not a tree and not a plant in the field. Now, wait, let's think about this. Now, you had animals, and locusts now eat up all the grass. And Egypt's a pretty sunny place. Now the tree is bare. What do you think's gonna, Yeshua? What do you think's gonna happen to the tree if the tree doesn't have any leaves, Yeshua?
Maybe it's gonna die.
The tree's gonna die?
Yeah, probably. Because it doesn't have any leaves and it cannot produce any fruit and energy. Because if the sunlight helps the tree, the leaves help the tree for producing food. And without the leaves, it'll die. Or probably on somebody's house.
Well, doesn't the tree lose the leaves in the winter?
Yes, because there is no sun. They sleep through the winter. They slow down and sleep.
Pincus, what do you want? Pincus, tell me about the tree.
You tell them about this.
Pincus, what happens when the tree has no leaves, Pincus?
They just die. They die.
Oh, okay, very good, Mr. Pincus. Okay, so now everybody, the trees don't have any leaves. That means they're not going to produce any fruit, and most likely they're going to die. So it takes a very long time. It takes a very long time for trees to grow. Okay, hold on one second. Computer to shut off. 1 second. One second, everybody. Okay. Okay, so the trees are dead, okay, because locusts are eating up all the leaves on the tree. Okay, not one green thing remained. Okay, but the Lord is merciful. Our God is merciful because He is sending them a food that they're not used to, just like He's doing now in Asia, in parts of Europe, and parts of Africa. The locusts are eating all the fruits and vegetables, but you can eat locusts, and they're actually very good for you. They'll make you very healthy because of the protein and the zinc that because the locust is eating the green. Okay, that's the zinc that you're going to need for your body. So the Lord doesn't want to kill His people; He just wants their attention. Okay, so now you got to think what's going on in Egypt when you're seeing strange things like this. Yes, Adrian.
So basically, the locusts are just a plant meat.
Huh?
They eat the plants and their meat because they're animals,
Yeah, well, it's
insects. So
like
plant
the
meat.
cows. Yeah, well, the cows eat grass, right?
Yeah,
And we eat the cows, right?
yeah,
Okay, because we need the chlorophyll from the grass, but we can't eat grass.
yeah.
Your body needs the chlorophyll, so the cow eats it, and then it processes it differently because it's got a couple of stomachs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you eat the cow, and because the cows are good, and God says eat the cow because it has a split hoof and it chews the cud, right? Why
Okay.
does God Why does God say to eat the cow?
Repeat that. You said eat the cow. Don't eat the
Yeah,
cow
why does God say for the Kohanim and the priesthood and the people to eat cows?
because they need chlorophyll. Then
They need the protein
yeah.
that cow has, and you can't get that from plants.
Right. Also, I was gonna make a quick joke because when you were going, oh no, my green shirt. Oh no.
I don't have a green shirt, man.
We
They can
do.
eat my one green shirt.
Oh well.
They can eat all my broccoli. I'll give all the locusts my broccoli. But they better not eat the cucumbers because we're gonna make Miss pickles are the best pickles on the planet. All right, so now we're moving on to the next part, everybody. Okay, so now the ground is so black that means there's so many of them. Now remember, in Egypt they don't have uh, screens on their houses, right? They don't have screens and windows like we have. Okay, so now the locusts are going to be in your house too. They're going to be, because they're going to fly in, and they're going to be in Lev's hair and Allie's hair. Allie, would you like bugs in your hair? That freak you out, Allie, if you had bugs in your hair?
Probably. If I freak out over crickets at the store, then I'll freak out over locusts.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Jeanette? Do you freak out if a bug is in your hair, Jeanette?
Yes.
What about you, Jennifer? Would you freak out if there was a whole bunch of bugs in your long hair?
Yeah.
Would that like make you, ew?
Yes.
I mean, you're trying to go to sleep and then you're sleeping and then you wake up and there's 30 locusts all in your hair. What would you do, Jennifer?
I'll be screaming.
And be like, what's wrong, Jennifer? Hey, get all these bugs out of my hair. Okay. So now, and the locusts, they go everywhere. Marley, what would happen if bugs were in your hair? Because they're in the front of your hair.
I'd be fine with it as long as they get out.
But she has a hoodie, so she's safe.
No, I can still see your hair in the front.
Yeah, but they won't be able to well, they might get in the hoodie.
But you can't walk around like that with it over your face all the time. And then they're going to end up inside the hoodie. So imagine a bunch of locusts inside your hoodie and your back, and ew, and they're making noise in your ear.
It's time to move.
Yeah, it's time to move.
All right. So now the Lord is making everybody agitated. Okay, you're not getting sleep. All your food is gone, and he's trying to get your attention just like he's trying to do now. Okay, now, and he sends another plague. Wants to read verse 21. Mhia's hand was first.
Jehovah said to Moshe, reach out your hand toward the sky, and there will be darkness over the land of Egypt, darkness so thick it can be felt.
That's weird. I can still see light. What does it mean? Let's see. Brian. He's like, man, I gotta get off the couch. Brian, how you doing this morning, Brian?
Good.
Yeah, you had a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Now, this is a pretty weird sentence. It said, darkness over the land of Egypt. Darkness so thick it can be felt. Can you feel darkness, Brian?
No.
How are we to understand this sentence, Brian? It's kind of weird.
Because when he reached out his hand, the sky turned black, which caused only Egyptians where they lived turned black. The Israelites turned to normal.
Well, doesn't it get black every night after the sun goes down?
Yes.
But this is different. So what do you mean darkness so thick it can be felt?
It's maybe they can feel it because like it's really thick and it's kind of heavy.
How is darkness heavy?
I don't know.
Come on, Brian, man. I'm asking you some questions, man. And you're just confusing me more.
Like
You're like a teenager now. You got this big deep voice. Not talking like this anymore.
I think when Moshe reached out his hand, God must have turned the skies black. So only
Yeah.
the Egyptians can't see.
Well, at nighttime, isn't it hard to see for you, Brian? Or you got super X-ray eyes?
I can see a little bit, but not that much.
So what does it mean? Darkness so thick it can be felt. You feel darkness every night? You go
No.
outside. You go outside and go like this.
I think that what they're trying to say is that like they can't see anything because it's really thick, and they can't put their heads on something.
Explain to me thick darkness.
It's really thick. It's really black. You can't see anything.
Okay, we're getting there. Junior's got his hand up. Junior! Unmute yourself, Junior.
Okay, when it says darkness so thick it can be felt, I feel it's an exaggeration because usually if a pitch black dark color, like very pitch black where you not no light can see through it, a pitch black dark color, it gives you a feeling as if it's surrounding you and there's nothing there. And when it means thick, it means that it surrounds you and it makes you feel like it's hard to breathe.
So you think this is an exaggeration? We got an exaggeration in the Bible, like Moses was just writing and just like, let's make it real big. So darkness so thick it can be felt. Ah!
No, but it's just like if you're like, for example, let me say you're in a pitch black room. After a while, it gets to you and it makes you feel like if the darkness is like it's like it feels like it's on top of you, and then like that it's like if it's like that pitch black, then it'll make you get that feeling.
Oh, so you feel like the darkness is on top of you? So every night,
No,
doesn't
like
darkness
it's
go on top
like
of you?
it's no, not in that like it makes you feel. It doesn't make it's not like actually happening, but it just makes you feel it.
So what are you feeling when it's on top of you?
it's like basically it's like if an unpleasant feeling most of the time if it's really that dark.
So do you sleep with a nightlight on?
No, when I mean when I think when it talks about that type of dark, I think like pitch black. Like if you were in like the woods and there's no like what's it called? What are those called? Outside in the streets.
Street lights?
Yeah, street lights. If it's like where my sister lives is she lives in the woods, so like it's very dark and like you look at the woods, it's like pitch black. So when we're talking like if we're saying darkness so thick that it can be felt, I think it's like pitch black where no like you cannot see no light through it.
Okay, that's a pretty good description so far, Junior. That's pretty good. Okay, like Victoria, what do you think? What is darkness so thick that you can feel it? What does Junior gave us a pretty good example. What do you think?
Well, I feel like the part of it's so thick, I feel like there he's saying like layers of darkness. Like it's
What,
not just
what do you mean layers of darkness?
it's like it's not just like you can see the stars and the moon, but then it's like extra dark. I feel like that's what he means by um what is it again? The
Darkness so thick it can be felt. Extra dark,
yeah,
like extra dark chocolate.
yeah. Sure, but it's like a navy blue. But I feel like that's the part for darkness so thick. But about the part it can be felt, I feel like I don't understand that part.
Okay, so darkness so thick it can be felt. We don't understand that part. Okay, I see a hand, Mio. Just wait. Let me go to Marley. What does it mean? Darkness
Sorry,
so
what?
thick.
The sun kind of went down.
What does it mean? Darkness so thick it can be.
Something glitched out.
Something glitched.
It's not like
Something. Darkness so thick it can be.
what?
Ah, now I
Oh,
see.
something glitched.
Darkness. Okay. What does it mean? Darkness so thick it can be felt. What do you think that means? I mean, Junior gave a good example. Victoria says, "I have no idea what it means." She was saying layers of darkness. What do you think, Miss Marley, number two?
Well, say you walk into a dark room. You feel
Oh,
something right behind you. You look back, there's nothing but darkness. That's what I think it means.
so there's a boogaloo behind you,
Boogaloo? What?
a monster behind you, wormwood's behind you.
Yes?
I still don't understand what you mean.
Well, a lot of darkness. And it's so thick and foggy that you can't see through it.
Okay, so you think it's a fog that came over Egypt?
A very dark fog. Very misty.
You think it's a misty cloud that you can feel?
Yes. Ish.
Okay, Adrian.
Yeah. If it were a fog, let's say it's just a perpetual nighttime, and it's also a fog in the sense that you could literally have a spotlight and you'd only be able to see 10 feet in front of you.
Well, if you have a fog, the fog reflects the light right back at you.
Uh, well, well, maybe it's so dark that it literally absorbs light. That it stuff doesn't give off as much light as you'd expect it to.
Well, when you have a fog, The fog always stays a little bit off the ground. So you're going to be able to see the ground. And if you light something up, it's going to reflect back. That's why when you're driving and you have a fog, you don't turn on your bright lights because all it's going to do is reflect back at you. You actually need less light. Okay, Mia, you're the last person for today.
Darkness or fog, it doesn't matter. I think darkness, so it could be felt, is the fact that it was terrorizing, the terror from the people. Because it just happened all of a sudden. So not like they were expecting it or something like that. And also remember, they were also hoping their gods would still protect them, like their god of the sun, Ra.
But
So it could be,
doesn't darkness come every night?
yes, but this time, this darkness is really dark. Not like you could see the stars at night or something like that. It's just this darkness that went all of a sudden. It's not like the sun went down and then it got dark. But no, it was like if you turn off the lights, I guess you could say. It covered everything, every single light. Like that. And also what I think,
I still saw light.
for a little bit. But also what I'm saying, what I think is that at that point, you don't, like, as one of the Egyptians, you wouldn't know what's behind you, what's next to you, what's in front of you. That's what it says later on. No one went anywhere for 3 days. It was just that sudden terror that they all got scared.
Does everybody get scared at night?
Some.
Like you? Like there might be a spider above your bed tonight.
I'm too old for that.
You might have a locust in your hair tonight. Or a
I haven't
spider.
heard of any locust reports here. And crawling
All
up
right.
the ceiling.
All right, it's 10 o'clock there, you yellow dame. Okay, let me get you all on my screen over here. And we're going to see who can guess the number to pray to close our class today. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10. Allie Mae, you get to go first today.
10.
You are 100% wrong. Yadiel, unmute yourself.
4.
You are wrong. Yeshua. You are wrong. Adrian.
7.
You are wrong. Number 3.
4?
Somebody already said that, and it was wrong.
Right.
Marley. No, you blew it. You gotta listen. Marley.
10?
Somebody already said that, and you're wrong.
9?
No, I'm not gonna answer that question because you already said a number. You blew it. Lever baloney.
8.
Wrong. Mia.
9.
Wrong. Victoria. Victoria.
2?
Wrong. Brian.
6.
Any day.
6.
Wrong. Jeanette.
5.
Wrong. Okay, Junior. Unmute yourself.
4.
Somebody already said that. Wrong.
Oh wait, you said
Shua. You got it. Number 1.
Thank you, Lord, for this day, for giving us, and please help us when we learn and that we could obey and learn more in Yeshua's name. Amen.
Amen. Have a great day, guys. Shalom.
Shalom.